It's very unusual to have 5 crucifixes all at one time, and it's interesting to then compare and contrast the different styles of them and how Christ is depicted. The earliest is from 1930, the latest from 1943. It's interesting too that it was in 1925, out of the Paris Exposition des Arts Décoratifs et Industriels, that Lalique received his first commission for the Church of St. Nicolas in Rheims. He designed a window with 3 angels and then was asked subsequently to design various other elements for the church. Then in 1930, Lalique received a further commission to design the Church of the Virgin Mary of Faithful Deliverance in Calvados in northwest France. And it's in 1930 that this crucifix was also designed. Incidentally, this crucifix, the design of it was then used for Lalique's own tomb in Père-Lachaise, the cemetery in Paris, when he died in 1945. The cross is enlarged in proportion. The figure, by contrast, is quite small on the cross, and these rays give that sense of transcendence. It's a really heavy piece. By contrast, this figure from 1931, a year later, Lalique did this cross. The black enamel gives a very sombre feel to the piece. The figure is moulded in relief on the front. The rays are grooves on the front of the piece. The back is completely smooth. And this is a much heavier figure of Christ. The arms feel more weighty somehow. Then a year later we have the 1932 version. The figure is moulded on the front. The radiating halo behind is in relief on the reverse. At the top we have the letters INRI. So whilst this cross is also from 1932, it's also interesting to remember that was the year that Lalique also was commissioned by Florence Lady Trent to build St Matthew's in St Helier, Jersey, a church to commemorate her husband Jesse, 1st Baron Trent of Nottingham, who was the owner of Boots Chemist, and it's known as the Glass Church. Lalique really excelled in using clear and frosted glass to great effect in that setting. So it's interesting that the 3 churches that Lalique did are during this time period. Moving on, we have a cross from 1935. This cross is far more geometric, in my opinion. The arms of Christ are far more horizontal, the figure is far more vertical. The halo is a straight circle, and these radiating crosses almost act as halos. And then finally we have this cross from 1943, in which the crown of thorns plays quite a significant part. Again, it's a thinner cross, surrounded by a circular halo and the crown of thorns. These radiating rays are moulded onto the front. It's interesting that Landowski was working on Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro, that iconic piece that's considered one of the 7 wonders of the world, an Art Deco monument that towers over the city. And that then was opened in 1931, so it was very much the same time period. And I'm wondering, out of interest, what it is about this time that meant that figures of Christ and the Art Deco style came together. And it leaves us with questions which are interesting.